If you want to be more efficient, and generally speaking, when we are planning our lives, we say that we want to get rid of uncertainty, unpredictability, and randomness. Because we often think of randomness as the enemy of order. After all, math is all about creating neat, predictable patterns. But what if I told you that randomness is actually the key ingredient into making systems run smoother? For example, think about traffic lights in a busy city. If every signal were timed in a perfectly rigid sequence, it might sound efficient on paper. In reality, it often leads to traffic jams and gridlocks. And that's because everyone is stuck in the same predictable pattern. By adding a slight random variation to the timing of light, in other words, deliberately introducing random intervals, you break up clusters of cars, reduce collisions, and keep traffic flowing more smoothly. Yes, randomness just made this system smoother. And the same idea applies to planning. Perfectly rigid plans assume the world would cooperate, and it rarely does. Random or loosely structured plans tend to adapt better to surprises, opportunities, and unexpected constraints. They leave room for discovery, detours, and outcomes you couldn't have optimized for in advance. This kind of built in randomness isn't a quirky trick. It's a well known way to make systems more resilient and adaptable. And while math often focuses on order and precision, a touch of randomness is sometimes exactly what keeps the system from locking up. In fact, even our universe at quantum level is essentially random. And randomness is precisely what makes everything so interesting. And also, believe it or not, efficient.